Hey guys, this is Riley, and this is my first video I'm posting in like maybe a month and a half, but I just want to go over some things because I know I promised I'd be posting more, which I do intend to do, but there are some delays and I'm going to explain why through this video. So, yeah, and I hope you can understand. Either in late November or early December, I posted a video updating on my life why I hadn't been posting for a while, and a lot of that still stands on why I haven't been posting. And I said I was going to start posting more Zelda content and all of that, but I am not good with technology. I am still figuring that out because not a single online tutorial speaks in normal person terms. So I'm figuring that out, because every online tutorial is like, oh yeah, you put the Blizzard Burber Schnurber and the Visa Burfy Snurber, as if you're supposed to know what that is. So, still working on that, but I will be posting other type of content if the video games and streaming my Switch does not work out. So I hope that does, but that might not happen. But I'll kind of go over what's been going on lately with me and what type of content you can expect in the future. I've been really busy. Life kind of snuck up on me in ways I did not expect, because I'm sort of at that age where all sorts of new things are just right in your face all of a sudden. I am in 10th grade. I'm turning 16 in April, and I haven't taken my driving classes yet, so I still need to do that. And I need to get them done in the next few months, because I don't even have a permit, so that is something I'll probably be busy doing in the next few months. Not that I want to drive. I'm like Sheldon Cooper, terrified of driving. I'd rather not, but you know, it's an important thing to be able to do, and I can't have my grandparents drive me everywhere forever, so that's just not realistic. So that is going to be something that probably keeps me from posting a lot for the next few months. I will update you guys on everything around my 16th birthday again, so yeah. Another thing that's been like making me very busy is 10th grade, so sophomore year of high school, is like your last year where you don't get an overwhelming rush of adult responsibilities, and I've just been really savoring that because I know it'll be gone soon, and that's kind of scary. But 11th grade is when you start doing dual enrollment, getting college classes in, college credits and all of that, and start applying and doing SATs and everything, which I am absolutely terrified of. But you know, life keeps going when you're not ready for it to go, but you know, time keeps passing. So I remember when I started this channel, I was 12. And that's when I posted a lot more frequently. I had a lot of fun with it, but life just gets so busy in the age where you like start going to high school and all of that stuff. So I've been in high school for almost 2 years now, since it's over halfway through my 10th grade year, so over a year and a half of high school. And just adult responsibilities, taking on a lot of them for the first time, is absolutely terrifying, because this is the time in my life where I have to start looking at colleges, and like not just like in middle school, like, oh, I want to go to like an Ivy League or this super cool college and be like a space engineer. Now's the time where you start to get realistic about real life and what you're actually gonna do. Not saying that can't happen, follow your dreams by all means, but this is when you start getting realistic, and it's not just a fantasy that you won't have to worry about for another million years. This is when it's happening soon. So I did initially want to go to University of Florida, you know, Gators and stuff, because they are a great college, wonderful programs, a very highly rated college, especially for a public college. But the type of GPA that is required to get into there and the amount of extracurriculars is very, very extensive, like 4.5 GPAs and above and all of that. So I'm thinking of going to another great college, which will still take a lot of effort to get into because it is a good school. But I'm thinking of University of West Florida, which is a wonderful college, not quite as hard to get into as like the big colleges, because it'll be University of West Florida. I've already looked at dorms there and thinking about planning my future around that, so that's a big deal. I'm still deciding if I want to go into like a really hard career or one of my more easy career choices. They're all going to be difficult because, well, you know, college and life nowadays and figuring out what I'm going to do as an adult and have a housing situation, how I'm going to pay rent in a few years, how inflation's going, and how anyone in my generation is expected to buy a house or make enough money for that. So that's a lot of pretty scary stuff coming up in the next few years that I'm a little frightened of. So that does kind of occupy a lot of space in my mind. I've been thinking the careers I've always wanted to pursue mainly was pediatric gastroenterology, because I have suffered from gastrointestinal problems my whole life, and as a ped myself, some of the doctors have been wonderful, some not so much, and I want to be able to be there to advocate for kids who've gone through similar things to me, and I think it would be great for kids to know the doctor has a similar problem to them, not just because it's very important that your doctor has medical knowledge on it, but also I think it would be a huge plus if the kids know their doctor has experienced it physically firsthand. But that would be a very hard career path to follow, and I still want to do it, and I'll see how like life pans out in the next few years and see if that's what I'm going to go for. But my other choices, I have very high expectations for myself that I'm not quite sure I can meet. I wanted to be a meteorologist. I wanted to be an astrophysicist, which I love astrophysics, but that is off the table. 10th grade physics has like knocked me on the ground and kicked me while I'm down, so we're barely getting through that. I love physics. I used to think it would be my career, maybe a hobby now, because that stuff is hard, and like, I don't even know how anyone does it, because like, it's fun, it's amazing once you understand it, but I cannot for the life of me, just sometimes things click. But in my physics classes right now, I celebrate when I pass with a C, so that's not like a big option right now. I wanted to be a meteorologist, which also would take a lot of work. I've also been thinking of law school and being like as like a lawyer, like, or some sort of position in law that advocates for children or women, or advocates for animals and stuff in a legal position, because I know I can argue for years. I'm just, one thing I'm good at is keeping arguments going. I'm nothing if not persistent, but I'm also a procrastinator, so I know a lot of these are like big, serious careers that would take a lot of effort that I just don't quite have the motivation yet to exert. So that's a new thing. I'm sure kids my age have experienced that, like, going from being like a kid who's like, oh yeah, I have like 10 more years till I have to deal with that adult stuff, to like, wait, literally in 2 years I'm gonna be an adult out in the world having to learn how to pay taxes, because I have not taken any financial classes yet, so I do not know how to pay taxes. So I do need to really stack those classes in my last 2 years of high school, because I have made the mistake of putting these things off and procrastinating. I'm a procrastinator as much as I can, so that's a little worrisome at the moment. But yeah, this is just kind of the age where life rushes at you and is like, bam, you're about to be an adult, and you're not really prepared. And yeah, so that's probably part of the reason that I haven't been posting very much lately. I'm behind on my schoolwork. I have like my online classes and my in-school classes, and a lot of it is a little bit harder for me than a lot of kids, which still I have not put in the amount of effort that most kids have, which I really need to work on my part. But it's also a little bit harder for me with my health conditions, this year I can only go to school for 3 hours a day, and I have to go home and take the rest of my classes online because of my health. Last year, through the last quarter of the year, my health got so bad with my colitis and internal bleeding that I had to like quit school right down towards the last quarter of the year and take hospital homebound classes. So we're hoping, because we're in the middle of like a switch because insurance is being an asshole, and my greatest GI doctors, who I've had for 13 years since I was 2 years old, just got removed from our plan, and I've just been like being transitioned through multiple adult GI doctors that don't really respect children and teenagers, talk over them, don't listen to them. Literally, one of the doctor appointments I had recently, when I was saying my symptoms, guess what the doctor did? I was really concerned because like literal internal bleeding, and I was in severe pain, and I was describing this to the doctor, and he did this. He put his hand in my face and turned to my parents, which they were not happy about either because they are very good at advocating for me and my grandparents. So a lot of jerk doctors that I've been dealing with, the insurance and healthcare being a business really sucks, especially when you're someone who relies heavily on good healthcare like me. So that's all a bit of a struggle. So trying to get all of that under control while still moving at a fast enough pace to prepare myself for adulthood and college has been quite a stressor, and I'm trying to do my best, but I probably won't be as active on social media for like maybe the next like year or two. I'll try to post like maybe a video a month. I think that would be good, but you know, and sometimes I might randomly get inspired and post like 1 million videos in one day. You never know. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. I hope you can understand. Yeah, this is just a time in life where things are like really scary, and I'm not quite sure what to do. I don't know if you noticed, but my leg has been shaking the whole time. I've been picking at the skin on my thumb. Ouch. But yeah, I will try to keep you guys updated more often and post more content, and that's kind of what's been going on in my life lately. So yeah, I hope you can understand, and I love you guys, and it is really just such a wonderful thing for me to have like, I have like a few dozen subscribers on here, and I know there's like 2 or 3 of them that like consistently watch all of my videos and comment, and that means the world to me. So I want to thank you guys very, very, very so much, or I don't know, my words are not coming out correctly, but I really appreciate you guys, and I absolutely love your input and everything, and I promise I do listen to it. So yeah, I appreciate you all, and oh yeah, it might be past 12, but it was Martin Luther King Day today, so I got the day off school. Happy Martin Luther King Day. My grandparents went insane today because today was the national championship for football, and for the first time ever, actually, the IU went to a national championship and won. IU has like never even been to a national championship since the school started. Not once have they even been close to that. And in the common time, IU won all 16 games this year. They went completely undefeated the whole season, which hasn't happened for any football team since the late 1800s. So in the past over 100 years, IU, who used to be notoriously the worst football team ever, and I don't know a single thing about football, I just know my family's really excited, so I'm really happy. So, and I know that IU has like never won a football game, and they literally won the national championship this year, and they didn't lose a single game all season. They went undefeated the whole time, which is absolutely amazing. I know jack squat about football, but I know that's a big deal, especially for IU, so everybody's really happy in the house, so that's kind of a happy environment. I'm very high strung right now because everyone's also very high strung, especially the dogs and me, because we like feed off of other people's energy, and we're like, oh my gosh. So yeah, but that's all that's going on right now, and I hope you guys continue to like my content. I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible and post at least like some entertaining content at least like once a month. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, noon, evening, night. I hear one of my dogs. Yeah, and you guys can actually see my dogs real quick if you want to. Here's Lily Bell. She's been sleeping in here. Hello. She was in here while I recorded the whole video. Hi, sweet girl. I know. Belly rubs, don't you? You love belly scratches. And I do believe Cupid is upstairs, but here is the puppy. She sleeps in furniture because she is totally human on the inside. So this is my puppy Tulip. My sweet girl. So yeah. Good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you, and I love you guys.